All right. Hey guys, Zach here, and I want to share with you the 17-step mini course to improve your email campaigns. Let's dive into it. So, if you're not getting as much revenue from your email campaigns, there's a bunch of different reasons why, but I'm going to talk about the top reasons why. Some of it have to do with things that you might be doing as an email marketer or a brand owner, and some things are just because of the nature of your products and just the nature of getting into business and things like your AOV and just natural things like that. So if you're not making thousands of dollars per campaign and you have a big enough list size and you're just not making enough, this is the reason why that you're in the right place here. There's going to be hundreds of reasons why email marketing might not be as lucrative for you. So again, as I said, some reasons are controllable, some are not. Number one reason why is people are not impulse buying your products. So things like your product category, your average order value, and your sales cycle are going to drastically impact how often people purchase from your campaign. So I have two examples here. Number one is going to be a luxury home decor brand with an average order value of $4,000. We had a client like this. It's going to be very difficult just to get people to buy straight off that email alone, unless on the other hand, if they're a fashion accessories brand with a smaller AOV, there's going to be a lot higher chance that people are going to impulse buy. Because when you think about it, if you're purchasing something from an email, you're not going to be making a $4,000 decision on a whim. For example, like in this case, people buying a very expensive couch are not going to be doing a ton of due diligence before making their purchase, and they're not just going to be making that willy-nilly like something like supplements or fashion accessories or similar. They're going to be making that purchase over thousands, different months, multiple months, 6 months at a time. When they're making that $1,000 plus purchase, it's going to be a lot more difficult as well to return a couch as well. So a lot of reasons why this brand right here is going to do a lot better with email and specifically email campaigns. All right, next up here, low repeat purchase rate. Going back to that same example, or a very similar example here, if you're selling wedding dresses, obviously campaigns are going to be difficult because people are not buying wedding dresses all the time. Versus, say, a subscription-based meal service brand, people are going to be buying more. They're going to be repeat purchasing quite a bit just because the nature of the product is very replenishable versus like pretty much the least replenishable thing ever, wedding dresses. So again, the higher repeat purchase rate means people are naturally going to purchase more from the brand anyways. Seasonality. We had a brand like this. They have kind of outdoor related products, and that means that seasonality can really affect them. It's going to be a lot more difficult if your brand is very seasonal. So say, Halloween costume shop here. Campaigns are going to be more difficult, especially when it's not during that season. So you're going to have really great months and then not so great months. Something that might be a little bit more evergreen, say if it's an authentic Italian grocery brand, for example, delivered to the US. You can purchase this year round. It's not going to really be affected by seasonality much. So that's why they could do really, really well with email campaigns. Next reason, you can't keep your products in stock. Obviously, you can't make money if you don't have products in stock unless you're like Supreme and that's part of your brand. If you're already always running out of bestsellers, your campaign performance is going to suffer. Versus if you have a massive supply of bestsellers, you're never out of stock, you're probably going to do a lot better with email campaigns. A great little tip here is just having a back in stock flow so people are notified when your products are in stock, pairing that with back in stock campaigns as well. You want to try and keep products in stock as much as possible. It's just going to drive more revenue most of the time, unless you're really implementing a strategy where you're implementing scarcity and urgency and really telling people, hey, these products are going to go out of stock, forcing them to, if you're doing like product drops and things like that, it's a different story. Okay, product market fit. So this is really an all-encompassing one. Do people actually like the products? Are people recommending them to a friend? Are they actually solving a pressing issue? Do you guys have any problems with shipping times? Is there a reasonable return policy or guarantee on satisfaction? And overall, is there good value for what people purchase for? Overall, you could compare two different types of supplement brands. Normally supplement brands do very, very well with email campaigns, but if you're comparing two and one is very generic, doing the same as everyone else, campaigns are probably going to be an uphill battle versus a highly unique supplement brand with a very loyal following, great product market fit, new products coming out all the time. They're doing everything well. They're just naturally going to do a lot better with email campaigns. You could have the best email marketing in the world, but if the products at their core and the company just isn't where it needs to be, they're going to suffer with email campaigns. And you could have the best strategy ever, but campaign strategy is not gonna fix everything. All right, poor quality database of subscribers. So we're working with a brand that they would get great organic traffic when their products went viral on TikTok. And it was great, and campaigns were crushing during that time. But the issue was that they were very reliant on trends and social media to drive that people into their list, which would get their flows going and would help out with campaign revenue. But these people were very fickle, and they were a lot of times low quality subscribers. You could also get low quality people with doing too many giveaways and free products. You're attracting people that don't want to actually purchase. They just want to get a free product. It's a very different type of person. And we've seen a lot of different brands that they struggle because they did so many giveaways. They have this massive list of people, but nobody's buying because they're not high quality subscribers. On the other hand, we had a great skincare brand that we've worked with for quite a while that they have a very loyal, dedicated following that they've built up over years. They've been around 40 plus years, and they crush it with email campaigns because not only is it a replenishable product, but they have a great, loyal, dedicated following. So again, two examples here. The super trendy Gen Z TikTok brand, not going to do as well. They might have huge spikes in revenue when their products do go viral, but it's going to be a struggle with long-term sustainable campaign revenue versus the Evergreen brand. They've been around for a long time, and they're crushing it just because they have such a dedicated fan base. Not enough SKUs and new product drops. Again, if it's a single product store, or if you're not coming out with new products very often, it's going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle. Not that they can't crush it, not that one product stores can't do great, but again, it's going to most likely be more of an uphill battle versus a brand that they have a lot to talk about. People are on the list because they want to learn about the newest products. Everything really ties together with this one. So, having more SKUs and new product drops generally just gives you more to talk about within your email campaigns. If you have one product, there's a lot that you can do with email campaigns, but everything's going to be centered around one singular angle, which is that one product. And if you're trying to run 4 or 5 email campaigns a week, it's going to be, again, an uphill battle. Not going to be impossible, but that's just what you're faced with. And then shareable emails. Are your emails worth sharing with other people? Or are they extremely sales focused with no value? So what we really like to do is think about emails as essentially an Instagram post. You want it to be shareable with your friends. So we want to think outside the box. Here's a couple examples of emails that we've run that have done really, really well, because they're not just selling the product and not just blasting it in your face, sell, sell, sell. It's more of a social media post that you can forward it to a friend. Oh, look at this funny thing over here. This email was really unique. This is a bunch of great ideas. Behind the scenes with the company. What does a day in the life of the founders look like? It's not even necessarily selling any specific products. Again, going behind the scenes, how it's made, how are the products made. People really care, especially your most loyal advocates. Reply back emails. This is a pretty good strategy here. You could ask at least smaller segments of people, or if you have the internal bandwidth, you could go more. But you could ask people to reply back to the email to get personalized help and recommendations. So say if you're a supplement brand, and you could say, hey, reply back with what you're trying to achieve with your supplements, and we'll give you a personalized product recommendation. Overall, that's going to massively improve your deliverability and email metrics, and it's just something different because people are getting personalized attention. Not every brand is doing that. Or just make up a holiday, something that's, national. I don't know, National Ice Cream Day is actually, I guess it's a holiday, but along those lines. Seasonal shifts. So if it's, some sort of spring gift guide or a winter skincare collection, something along those lines, you can adjust, tell people how they can adjust their lifestyle or routine or use of the products with the seasons. And then just like life hacks and DIY tips are great. Same with like us versus them type email campaigns, very informative, a little bit more on the salesy side. Do a challenge with your audience, a 30-day fitness challenge, a mindfulness challenge, 2-day photo challenge, things like that, just to make it more of a community, and rather more of a community versus them getting blasted with email sale campaigns all the time. Nobody really wants that. And then like expert advice videos, you could, bring in your TikTok or Instagram reels, things like that, and essentially turn those reels or TikToks that went viral and either link to them or put them into an email. There's actually a really cool brand called Sunday Scaries. They have awesome campaign ideas. They're highly shareable. Things that they've done are they actually created a Spotify playlist that they linked to, and it was really cool. It's called the Chill Vibes playlist right there, and that's something that they did. They're a very like chill type of brand. They shared some fun facts about pop culture. They had a made-up holiday. You can see this one here: 5 self-help or self-growth books. Things like that. Like you could share like all of these with a friend. You could forward that email, which is going to get that virality factor, and it's going to really help grow your brand. I know email isn't supposed to be the thing that really grows your brand. That's more of like a paid ads and SEO thing. But it's going to reach new audiences because of highly shareable emails that are similar to like Instagram posts. So in this document, which I'll link in the description, I actually linked to their milled.com page. So you can go look through. Essentially, it's a swipe file of these extremely highly shareable emails. Really good job on their end. Plain text emails. So, a lot of times the mistake I see is not having these plain text emails. A lot of times recipients can get tired of the same old sale designed emails. And so it's like, why not mix it up? Give them some longer form storytelling and value and some tips here and there in a different format. Here's an example of a brand that we did a plain text email for recently. Performed very well. You can see that we're still linking products in here, but we're giving them 4 quick and easy tips to kick off their spring cleaning. So it's very valuable. It's a short, doesn't have to be a massive email or anything like that. It doesn't have to be super in-depth, but people like this in their inbox. Feels very personalized. You can address it from the founder or the company themselves. And yeah, overall really does well. And it has a nice mix of value and sales. This is, when I say that, this is what we're talking about. Awesome. Too many sales. Typically we like to have 1 sale per month, max, maybe 2. We don't want to have a big, massive site-wide sale, because if you're doing a 20% off sale every month, people are never going to buy at full price. They're just going to wait around until the 20% off, and you might as well just cut your prices by 20% at that point. Instead, what we like to do is shorter flash sales, very limited time, lead up to it, I have a whole sales structure that I can get into here. It's a 4-day sales structure. But we like to choose individual products or individual collections and discounts that only happen 1 time per year. We don't like to do big, massive, site-wide sales all the time. And then not using legitimate scarcity. A lot of times I see brands, even big brands, that they actually just don't use any sort of legitimate urgency and scarcity. A lot of times in the flows, this is an issue where they just use welcome 20 as their intro discount, and everybody knows that you can use that whenever you want. There's no reason for it to expire. But same with the campaigns. You want to use coupon codes that actually expire. You don't want to have this massive 35, 40% off site-wide thing that's happening half the year, or else people are never going to buy the full price products. It doesn't seem like it's there's any scarcity or incentive to purchase now. Again, you want to keep sales short and sweet, and really tell people, hey, this is when it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and then it happens and people are ready. Poor segmentation. So what we like to do is actually include engagement tracks. So this is a pretty cool concept here. There's going to be 4 different engagement tracks. You're going to have your most engaged people up here, and then your least engaged people up here. And the people who are the most, like your highest engagers, they're going to get the most emails. They're going to get 100% of your monthly emails, all the way down to your lowest track, which is, pretty much a majority of your list. It's going to be people, say like you're 180 day engaged or 365 day engaged, or whatever that is. These are going to be people that only get the sales based emails. So they're going to get hit a lot less frequently. So more engagement equals more emails sent to them. Less engaged people get less emails. Very, very simple. And you can also look at click rates specifically, because I know that's a big issue is, you want to send to segments of people that are actually clicking the emails to bring those rates up versus people that are just active on site, or if they're just opening but not clicking. You could kind of play around with the segments there and kind of get those people who are actually clicking to bring those rates up. And then, last section here, if you're not doing as well as you could with email campaigns, you might be missing deliverability. It might be a copy issue. It might be a design issue. It might be a segmentation issue, or it might be a list growth issue. So those are, there's a lot of different things that it could be. And I actually have videos and guides on the rest of these, but overall, you want to look at, what's the big bottleneck here? Is it a deliverability thing? Is it a copy thing? Is there a way that design can improve? Is there some split tests that you can run, et cetera, et cetera? That being said, we're getting to the end of the video here. If you are running a direct-to-consumer e-commerce brand, and you're doing 6 or 7 figures per month, we'll actually put a guarantee in writing that will add 50 to 200K to your monthly revenue in 90 days, or we'll just go ahead and give you a refund. So if you're interested, 2 options here. Just check out our website. Link is in the description, and book a call there, and you can speak to myself, or you can just go ahead and send an email to this email address here for more information. So appreciate it, and thank you for your time.